Good evening to you once again from wherever you are joining us from, and thank you for your company tonight on Rwanda Television News. And as we begin tonight's edition, let us inform you that on Friday at Village Urugwiro, President Paul Kagame received American comedy icon Dave Chappelle, who yesterday performed in Rwanda for the first time. Rwanda's Senate has asked all concerned institutions and their partners to work together to better protect the country's culture from an external and negative influence because of the danger it possesses to the future generations. The call was made during a consultative meeting on the promotion of Rwanda's culture, especially among the younger generation. Sarah Jenode brings us the details.
The consultative meeting brought together senators with officials from different institutions with culture in their portfolio. There is a lot of distortion in the way our language is used, with the incorporation of foreign words, but it doesn't stop there because our culture is also being assaulted, with people thinking that foreign concepts are somehow superior to Rwandan ones, and therefore embracing them without scrutinizing them first. The trend has been seen in almost all walks of life, with practices and items from Rwanda's rich heritage all but being reserved to the past, and even important announcements to their communities, sometimes difficult to understand for many because they contain foreign words. All of this was brought up during the consultative meeting, and the senators also pointed out that a growing drift between children and their parents in the household is also not helping the situation. This is the reason a call was made for cooperation between the concerned authorities to effectively address the matter. Government institutions with culture in their portfolio should work closely together with their partners to protect the Rwandan culture by mitigating the things that seek to disrupt it and by upholding its principles so that they may be passed down to our descendants. There needs to be an emphasis on things like teaching the Kinyarwanda language as well as our cultural practices in primary and secondary schools as well as universities. Recently speaking to youth volunteers from across the country, the head of state pointed out that preserving the Kinyarwanda language is far more important than most young people realize. You are ruining our language, and it has to do with the heritage that was spoken of here. Heritage includes many things, such as culture, but also language. I believe that because so many people lived abroad, the Kinyarwanda language is now comprised of many other languages. Those who lived in Uganda mixed Luganda into it. Those who lived in Burundi bring Kirundi. Those who came from Congo, other languages still. People who came from Tanzania include Kiswahili in our language. There is nothing wrong with using all those other languages that we learnt abroad, but let us do so in the proper way, and that should also apply to our Kinyarwanda language as well. The Ministry of Education says it is now going to review the national curriculum to ensure that the Rwandan culture is truly preserved, while artists and the media have also been urged not to infringe on the country's heritage by respecting the way the Kinyarwanda language should be used.
Deputies in the Rwandan Parliament expressed a concern over the ongoing financial losses and ineffective management of the integrated craft production centers. Adam Squizera.
It has been more than 12 years since the government of Rwanda initiated a program in every sector dedicated to create job opportunities and developing skills for the youth. Various members of the parliament expressed their concern about the ongoing financial losses in an effective management of integrated craft production centers. There should be something to be done with these institutions to explain why it's not complied as should be done. He also had some districts which had idle equipment to be used by these craft production centers, so the administration should hold accountability on that as well. Theogene Munyangiyo, the chairperson of the Committee on the Economy and Trade, which also analyzed the performance audit on integrated craft production centers pointed out that the relevant institutions should conduct an in-depth study on the efficient operation of the centers.
Tunavuga nuko ni programu urebye imaze igihe imyaka 12 harebwa none hakongera.
It's a program that has been there for 12 years ago, so there should be a review on what's needed to be done, hence to develop the regions and the country as well.
Imizamukire y'ubukungu ndetse n'ibyo bicuruzwa bya bikaba byateza imbere igihugu.
In the plenary session of the Chamber of Deputies that convened on Friday, the extraordinary session of Parliament was also concluded. Adam Squizera, RwandaTV News.
The University of Rwanda, in collaboration with the Rwanda Electric Motors, are working towards the retrofitting of internal combustion engine of all motorcycles in the country to reduce air pollution. Sandra Ishimwe brings us the details.
Over 3,000 electric motorcycle riders nationwide say there are many benefits for using these electric bikes, although they still face issues that need attention.
When I got to the site and I found no battery station or I'm late coming home, it's hard for me. And if I am required to take the client to Remera and I know there is no battery at Kabuga, I just leave it and I can't go to work. In terms of spare parts, we don't get them. And even if we get them, they don't last. And that is our problem.
With a budget of 90 million Rwandan francs, the University of Rwanda has unveiled research that seeks to convert all motorcycles in the country of electric ones, as explained by Dr. Abayo Gashome, who leads this research project.
The main aim is to reduce the emission, air pollution. This is a pilot project. It's a pilot project whereby we have to make sure that we quantify the environmental health and socio-economic impact of this electrofitting. Number two, we have to design this, a strategy for recycling, reuse, and disposal of these batteries.
Rwanda aims to have 20% of all buses, 30% of motorcycles, and 8% of small cars electric by 2030 at a cost of $900 million. Rukutana Donald Kavanda, head of Rwanda Electric Motor, stated that this research would help the country achieve its goals.
And this project is coming to to stop the gap by changing the ICE engine motorbikes to electric, whereby the emissions that have been emitted by these, say, 45,000 motorbikes that we are targeting, it will have to stop immediately after the retrofitting all the motorbikes that are in existence in Rwanda.
The transport sector accounts for 7% of the country's GDP. Professor Kalisa Ejide, a lecturer at the University of Western Ontario in Canada, found in his research that converting all motorcycles to electric by 2025 could prevent 70 kilotons of carbon emissions, save the health of approximately 1,350 people, and conserve over 9 million Rwandan francs in cost by using electric power instead of petroleum-based fuels.
Specifically talking about the transport emission has been significant contribution to air pollution, and a typical example, a single car-free day in Rwanda can reduce pollution up to 20%, which also have a lot of benefits, such as economic benefits, saving around 21 million of USD in terms of the cost they have been supposed to spend due to the diseases caused by air pollution.
The government states that it still needs $7 billion to achieve its targets of reducing air pollution by 38% or 4.6 million tons by 2030. Ishimi Sandra, RwandaTV News.
Sandra, moving ahead, over 1,400 graduates from the University of Kigali and their families on Friday gathered for the 8th graduation ceremony held at the Intare Conference Arena. Adam Squizera.
In a colorful event that brought together students, families, and the staff of the University of Kigali for their 8th graduation ceremony. Musoni Chunia, a graduate at the University of Kigali, noted that they were equipped with enough capacity to compete on the labor market.
Many of you have similar story of overcoming obstacles and finding support in unexpected places. These experiences have shaped us and prepared us for the future, demonstrating that resilience and inclusivity are not just abstract concepts, but practical tools that help navigate life complexities. As we step in the future,
the chairman of board of directors of the University of Kigali, Chuti Manase, noted that the graduates have been equipped with the relevant skills which make them competent globally and ready to make optimum use of available opportunities and create employment opportunities for themselves and others.
Resilient and inclusive future. Today is not a mere celebration of students getting their degrees. It's a celebration of formation of a people that we believe are ready to go to the world and make a difference. And we at the University of Kigali, we have done our part. The rest now depends upon the young men and women who have been educated at this institution.
Over 1,400 graduates from the University of Kigali and their families on Friday gathered for the graduation ceremony held at the Intare Conference Arena, whereas the university was holding their 8th graduation ceremony. Adam Squizera, RTV News.
The Belgian Agency for Development, ANABEL, in a collaboration with the government of Rwanda, awarded male and female entrepreneurs who have excelled in projects related to economic recovery and environmental protection, a project that was under the theme Entrepreneurs with Impact. The event was officiated by the Minister of Gender and Family Promotion, Dr. Uwamaria Valentin, and the Ambassador of Belgium to Rwanda, His Excellency Bert Vesmansen. The awards include the trainings for tailors, study tours, linking entrepreneurs with investors and more. The project manager, Tomlin Corin, noted that the training will enhance the performance of these entrepreneurs.
With this award, they will receive some coaching, some tailor-made coaching for their company to become bigger and for their staff to be skilled and to really bring the company to a new level. This is what the impact will be on them. And the idea is that they can in turn increase the impact that they have, because both of them has a very strong positive impact. If I have a message for women entrepreneurs is register, try your chance, and maybe you will win, and in turn you will get to inspire other women entrepreneurs.
The government of Rwanda reiterated continued commitment to address issues that hinder female entrepreneurs.
Our role as government and partners remains to address critical elements of the entrepreneurship ecosystem of women in business in Rwanda, in particular finance accessibility, to support their economic empowerment, to reduce their vulnerability, and unleash unused potential for more sustainable and equitable growth.
The project was officially launched at the request of the Minister of Development and Cooperation of Belgium in 2022, with the aim of showcasing talent among male and female entrepreneurs from countries that have relations with Belgium. Equity Bank Rwanda has officially opened a branch at Kabuga in Kigali, which local residents in the area has applauded because it means the bank's clients will now be able to access its services without having to travel far to do so. In less than 8 weeks, the branch has been operational. It has provided more than 1 billion Rwandan francs in loans, and more than 200 people have opened accounts with it. The bank's managing director has noted that the performance of the branch in the short time it has been open is proof that it was indeed needed Kabuga, and it becomes the 47th branch that Equity has opened in different parts of the country to date. And viewers, report brings us to the end of tonight's edition. On behalf of the entire news production, as well as the technical team that made it happen, many thanks for being with us. And up until next time, we wish you to stay safe and have a fun-filled weekend. Goodbye.